Today we're reacting to how to ruin your 20s in 3 easy steps. I feel like I'm a good candidate for this because as I exit my 20s, I'm 27, I still got 3 years left on me, you know what I'm saying? But I see the mistakes that I made early, and I see the good things that I did to set myself up to where I can enjoy a certain lifestyle still within my 20s. You feel what I'm saying? So allow this to be one of them yapping videos, potentially. Let's do it.
You're wasting the best years of your life, and you don't even know it yet. You're in your 20s, which means you're biologically at your peak, culturally disposable, and psychologically convinced you're immortal. It's the perfect storm. But don't worry, there's
that immortal shit. I got a taste of feeling. Nah, yeah, you definitely feel immortal like 20, 21, 22. I don't think you start feeling a little something until you about 23. That's when you start feeling like, yeah, Jordan year. But I remember my Jordan year was one of my roughest years. I remember because I was like, yes sir. I remember being like, yep, Jordan year, Michael Jordan. That means shit going up. Wrong, nigga. This is the turmoil time. As a young man, that's an ambitious young man, I would say. That turmoil time, 23, is like, ooh, 23, 24, 25. I remember them. Them was, yeah.
still time to mess things up even more. Today we're going to explore 3 scientifically backed, time-tested, and culturally reinforced ways to absolutely wreck your 20s. And if you're doing just fine, that's probably the worst sign of all. Step number 1, chase status over skills. Let's be honest, in your 20s, no one really cares who you are. They care what you look like, what you earn, and what you post. So it makes sense that so many guys dive headfirst into chasing status. Fast money, passive income, fantasies, and endless be your own boss mantras shouted by 22-year-olds who just leased a BMW. But here's the reality. According to the University of Illinois Chicago, more and more people in their 20s are facing what's called a quarter-life crisis. A deep emotional struggle tied to identity, career pressure, and the feeling of falling behind. When you're busy curating an image instead of building skills, you set yourself up for this exact kind of collapse.
This is real. Okay, I just had to listen a little bit. You know, I feel like this is really real. Chasing status instead of skills. Yeah, for sure. Because I'm sitting back, I'm thinking about it, right? The skill for me that I was chasing during that time was music production. I've broken down multiple times now, but for all the new people, I'm in this position because I started off as being a music producer, right? So I was during college, I stopped going to class. I stopped doing, going out as much. Like I was really locked in on music production. I was just cooking up. Right, my girl told me to drop out. You wasting your money. Just do what you're doing, and rock out. I said, okay, bet. So with that, especially since I dropped out, it was like, okay, I was working and doing that, and niggas would be trying to go. Like I remember there was a distinct moment where this nigga had a party. It was his birthday, and we was cool, but he wanted me to pull up and go. I was like, I don't know, this is that and the third. Well, everybody went, my partners, everybody, my roommates, you feel me, everybody went, and I stayed, and I was just cooking up, you feel me, just kind of locked in, grinding. And I look back now, and not to say like this nigga's a bad person or nothing like that, but I look back, a lot of people in college, high school that really like top, like especially high school, some of the niggas that were more status chasing ass niggas, they don't have no real skills, and I see that from their lives now, right? And I don't know all the details of their life or situation or things that happen, but what I do know is during a lot of the time when niggas was chilling, going out, doing a lot, I was the nigga that was really inside, really locked in on learning the skill that I learned and the skills that I have learned. You feel me?
Because you're trying to look successful, not become successful.
And we all fall victim to the trying to look successful, right? We all want to sometimes, I feel like, look a certain way, look like we got some shit going on sometimes. And I feel like that could be that sometimes I feel like it's a good thing to want to look successful, but I feel like, again, there's things you need to mostly be spending your time being skillful rather than successful.
And it gets worse. Most guys hit their 30s with no real leverage.
Yeah.
No rare skills, no portfolio, just a clean Instagram grid and a closet full of depreciating sneakers. Real skills like programming, sales, design, leadership take time and patience. They don't trend on TikTok, but they buy you long-term freedom. But hey, who needs freedom when you can get dopamine hits from fake guru reels and finance bros selling $500 courses on how to invest like a millionaire? Bottom line, if you chase status instead of substance, you're not building a life, you're building a performance. And one day, the audience stops clapping. If chasing status can ruin your career, this next move might just sabotage your brain. It doesn't cost money, doesn't need approval, and feels amazing at first. Step number 2, avoid all discomfort like the plug.
Oh my gosh. This one right here, I be having to break down to my cousin so much. Like, discomfort, bruh, you have to literally embrace discomfort. Embrace the uncomfortable situations, bro. Like, there's people will not do a lot of the things that they want to do because they are so comfortable in where they are. They're so comfortable, living a certain. You have to like try uncomfortable things. Like, I feel like ice baths and things like that, and waking up super early. I feel like they obviously clearly do great things for your psyche and certain things. Well, for your health and all that, but it really does help your psyche for real. Like, just saying, I'm gonna get into a cold shower and just do it. Like, just be uncomfortable. Even if you're not dumb consistent with it every single day. Yeah, does it help that you're consistent with it? Yes. But like, giving yourself an uncomfortable morning routine where you wake up 5 a.m., you're still tired, but you just force yourself to, it's just so uncomfortable. And you get comfortable in the uncomfort and the discomfort. Man, bro, you're doing so much for your mental. Like, when you're seeing, it helps when you're seeing, I feel like things like that really help with, say you're a content creator and you're seeing yourself not getting no motion off of it, you're not getting no views, you're not getting no love, but you say, fuck it, bro, like, I'm gonna just keep going like that. Although I'm upset, I'm uncomfortable in this position, I'm uncomfortable posting my shit and other people seeing me, and the people that I know laughing at me doing it, and the views so low and my shit just terrible, but it allows you to continue going when you allow yourself to be uncomfortable, bro. I really like the uncomfortable conversation. You feel me?
Just lie down, open your phone, and avoid anything that feels even
like
slightly
that's comfortable.
difficult.
That's comfortable
what's
right
better
there.
than working out, reading a book, or facing your fears?
Yeah.
Scrolling for hours while lying in bed
Facts.
and telling yourself you are recharging. We've built
Facts.
a culture where comfort is a moral right, and anything that causes tension, such as effort, failure, boredom, is seen as trauma. But here's what neuroscience actually says. The brain forms new connections when you challenge it, learning a new skill, practicing under pressure, pushing past resistance. Dopamine, a neurotransmitter linked to motivation, is released not just by rewards, but by the pursuit of challenge. Translation: every time you skip the gym, avoid the difficult conversation, or postpone learning that second language, you teach your brain that growth is unsafe.
Especially that difficult conversation, bro. Like, that's a big one. Like, for my people that avoid that conflict, that difficult conversation, you feel me? You're not helping yourself at all. Like, you'll feel so much better when you have that convo, you feel me? Or you say what you need to say, or do the things that you want to do, and embrace that conflict. That's not saying just start woofing at niggas And if somebody's say something to you, you just get mad and you going straight to war with every motherfucker. No, that's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying though is, like, if the confrontation comes up, you're not afraid to step into the fire with the confrontation. You feel me? You're not afraid to stick up for yourself and speak on certain things. Or, you know, if you hurt somebody, you go and you apologize and say it with your words. It's not a text, it's not a phone call. You face to face with this person, or you're in this person's presence and you saying these things. You know what I'm saying?
And let's be honest, it's not self-care, it's Netflix, vapes, 3 a.m. snacks, and a TikTok feed designed to hypnotize you into submission. Bottom line, if you keep avoiding friction, don't be surprised when your 20s feel like a loading screen that never ends. Yeah, at some point, you have to ask yourself a hard question. Are you actually living your life, or just reacting to it on autopilot? Most of us aren't making decisions. We're just avoiding pain, choosing the easy route, defaulting to comfort, and hoping things somehow improve. That's not growth, that's stagnation with a Wi-Fi connection. If any part of this video feels like it's calling you out, it probably is. But that's not a bad thing, that's your signal. So, you've skipped building real skills and dodged all forms of discomfort. What's next? Time to construct your personal relationships like a game of drug Jenga. Unstable, unplanned, and destined to collapse. Step number 3. Build relationships like a drunk Jenga tower. You'd think we'd invest more time into who we date, sleep with, or try to build a life alongside, but nope. Modern gaming apps have gamified romance, turning it into a slot machine of swipes and dopamine hits. According to Pew Research Center, 63% of men under 30 are single, compared to just 34% of women. Emotional depth? Conflict resolution? Please. These days, relationship skills mean ghost fast, trauma bond faster, and fall in love with someone's Instagram handle. And when something finally...
Boy, I already know some nigga, bro. I know some niggas that they in love with a girl that don't know a lick of nothing about them. You feel me?
Feels real, you don't lean in, you freak out. You start pulling away, picking fights.
How you? One thing I don't understand, right, is being scared to send a DM or shoot a shot in a DM. If you scared to shoot a shot in a DM, you have to be the thought of speaking to a woman in real life. I feel bad for a motherfucker like that. That's crazy.
Disappearing for days. Why? Because no one ever taught you that intimacy isn't a trap. You've been taught to keep it chill, casual, and non-attached, as if love was a liability and showing feelings meant you lost. But here's the truth, emotional detachment isn't strength. It's self-protection with a price tag, and the cost is real connection. Add to that the fact that young men are less likely to seek therapy, express emotions, or form deep friendships. And what you get is a generation of guys who are emotionally online but spiritually offline. The result? A sea of people drowning in loneliness, clinging to their phones like life rafts, wondering why they still feel empty even with 300 matches. And this kind of emotional disconnection doesn't just kill your love life, it follows you to job interviews, to teams, to leadership roles. If you want to understand why employers are starting to back away from Gen Z, yeah, we dug into that in another video, watch it after this one, check the link in the description. Final thought? If your whole dating life fits in a you up text and a couple fire emojis, you're not looking for love, you're just trying not to feel alone tonight. And bonus round? Step 4. The quietest, deadliest mistake of them all.
Nah, this one, I ain't gonna lie. It's not that I pretend it don't exist, but this is one where, you know, I'm not just super honed in, focused on, you know, certain things. You feel me? I'm the type of nigga that'll say, oh yeah, man, I ain't worried about that. I'm not worried about taking no break. bro, I be so sometimes, bro. I do not feel like cutting on this camera. I'm the type of nigga that'll say, man, I bottle that shit up and push it to the back. Like I gotta get these videos up. I do not be feeling like doing these videos sometimes. I be wanting to go on breaks, bro. I haven't like took no break from posting on all these channels since November. You feel me? But like nothing's established yet for me to stop and take a break, 2-week break. No, hell no. I can't even. Hell no, boy. Where I know videos going up for 2 weeks. Only way a video not going up for the next 2 weeks is if they strike a nigga shit twice on all 3 channels. Oh shit, on 4 because I got 2 more channels. If I got all 3 channels striked where I can post for 2 weeks on all 3 of them, I got 3 other motherfuckers that I ought to start posting on. Real shit.
You've ignored skills, dodged discomfort, ruined your relationships, and now you top it all off by pretending your brain is totally fine while everything inside you is quietly falling apart. For a lot of young men, mental health is the final taboo. You can talk about crypto losses, your gym PRs, even embarrassing Tinder stories, but say, I'm not okay. Silence. Who needs therapy when you have caffeine, sarcasm, and a long list of things you refuse to talk about? But here is the deal. Ignoring mental health doesn't make you strong, it just makes you quiet. And eventually, it makes you numb. Real masculinity isn't about bottling things up, it's about having the guts to face what's going on inside before it explodes.
That's real.
Bottom line, you can either talk to someone now or scream into a pillow in your 30s and call it coping. Your move. So now, you know the formula, it's simple. Chase status, avoid effort, build chaotic relationships, and
my go-to is break down and go in the shower and break down. Now, I ain't had one of those in a minute. But when shit was really rough, you just go in the shower and just have to hit one of them. You start hitting one of them hoes and get that shit out, and then we back to it. That being said, man, like the video, solo, comment, Benjamin's channel, man. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm grateful y'all. Pull to the other channels too. We gone, man. ADD, let do it.